So Michael, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
The Commission on Social Determinants of Health, which you chair, produced a fairly broad and wide-ranging report earlier this year. It reviewed ways of trying to reduce health inequity, but the timing perhaps could have been better. It came out at the time when the world went into financial crisis. But how do you think this financial crisis will affect both health inequity and social inequity?
I've been thinking about the financial crisis, and it seems to me there are three important implications. The first is, suddenly, from nowhere, the British government found £500 billion. At the time we did it, it was about $900 billion to bail out the banks. The American government found $700 billion. If we put together what Germany and Sweden did, for those four countries, they found between them about $2,500 billion urgently, because they said, we've got a problem and we've got to solve it. And I applaud what they did. I think the Prime Minister in Britain took decisive and bold action, and I wouldn't for a millisecond doubt that he did the right thing. Now, we can find $2,500 billion in no time at all. We put in the report of the Commission on Social Determinants of Health the fact that 1 billion people in the world lives in slums, and an estimate that it would cost $100 billion to upgrade the slums. Now, when we put it in the report, it seemed like such a fantastic figure, $100 billion. Who on earth is going to come up with $100 billion to upgrade the world's slums? $100 billion is 1/25th of the money that was found in the space of a few days to bail out the banking system. For 1/25th of the money that was used to bail out the banking system, every urban dweller in the world could have clean running water. So the first thing that the financial crisis has shown is that if we deem the problem important and urgent enough, we can find the money to solve it. It's clear that we haven't deemed global health inequities important and urgent enough to try and solve it. The second issue is it's going to cause hardship, predictably. We know that unemployment increases mental and physical illness. Job insecurity increases mental and physical illness. So as the financial crisis starts to hurt the real economy, it's predictable that we will get a toll of mental and physical illness. The question then is, how can we prevent it? What steps could we take to try and mitigate the effects of the financial crisis on the real economy and the effects of the real economy on people's health? Because we know it will happen unless we take the right steps. The third is, what the financial crisis shows is that we have, in a sense, tested to destruction the financial and economic model that we've been pursuing since the war. Increasingly, we've been saying there is only one game in town, and that's unregulated markets. The pursuit of individual and corporate wealth is good for the social weal. And that's clearly false. We've tested that model to destruction. It's clear, just as it did in the 1920s and 1930s, the pursuit of laissez-faire, unregulated markets will lead to the sort of chaos that we've just been experiencing. Now, if we put that together with the other key agenda that should be exercising us all, which is climate change, we can't have a model of the race for economic growth all over the world and using unregulated markets and not choke in this crowded planet. So we've got to put the social determinants of health agenda together with the climate change agenda and rethink how we're actually going to manage our economies.
So do you say that actually the financial crisis offers us an opportunity to think about how we address health inequities?
I think it most certainly offers us an opportunity, and we mustn't pass it up. If we simply bail out the banks and go back to business as usual, then we pass up that important opportunity, and then all that happens is we recreate the previous situation with huge inequities within and between countries, and we fail to address it.